Ooh, welcome back to the Boneyard Podcast, everybody. This is your host, Jared Sheffield, along with my good friend,
Artemis Brower.
We're coming to you this week with episode 257. Jeez. What a start.
Yes, sir.
Let me clear my throat. Artie.
Talk to me.
Good seeing you, brother. How's it going?
We're good, man. We're good. We're gearing up to make this journey back across country. I got a flight going out tomorrow to help Ashley drive back across the United States of America. Now, thankfully, she's already done half the drive, so I actually don't have to go to California. We're just going to Texas, picking up from Texas, coming back home. So she's a real MVP on that one. But we're doing good.
Yeah.
We're doing good. Got a flight out to Texas tomorrow. A lot of traveling over the next 2 or 3 days. But we're gonna make the most of it.
I will be in Texas in 2 weeks.
What part?
Head down to Dallas.
Oh, okay. All right. Same place I'm going.
I've never been.
You've never been to Dallas, Texas?
Never been to Dallas.
Love Dallas. Love Dallas.
I've got a meeting down there in 2 weeks. I'm unfortunately going to miss the ECU Tulsa game. I will be in Dallas. So I would say that I'd be around probably some Tulsa fans, but I honestly doubt that I would be around some Tulsa fans. I don't know that they exist.
Any Tulsa fans in Dallas? Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Too many Texas football programs to have any Tulsa fans in Dallas.
The Golden Hurricane?
I don't even know how many Tulsa fans they got in Oklahoma. So,
I mean, their enrollment's like 4,000 students.
Yeah,
that's not a very big school.
Sooner State by like 99.99%.
Not a big school. Artie, episode 257.
Yes, sir.
257. You got a 57 for me?
I do got a 57. I got a 57. This one, he is a Hall of Fame football player. I'm pretty sure he was a linebacker. One Tom Jackson, and he did play linebacker. Went to the University of Louisville. Played in the NFL 14 years. Obviously Hall of Famer, but I remember him as the voice beside Boomer on Sunday night NFL Countdown. That will literally be the last thing I saw was Boom and TJ, as they call him, or Tom Jackson, right before I went to bed, 11:45. I should have been in bed like 45 minutes earlier, but I'm sitting here watching these highlights of the football games and obviously the culmination of Sunday Night Football in my room growing up. So that's what I remember Tom Jackson for, but obviously he had a Hall of Fame football career, but that will be my 57 for the week. One Tom Jackson. If you don't know, Google him, kids. Phenomenal football player, phenomenal man, and great TV personality.
That's a good one. All right. I've got two. I want to give a shout out to the best to ever do it. Heinz 57. Love me some Heinz. I'm thinking about it because I made hot dogs and chili earlier in the week, and
that's a good plug. I respect it. I respect the Heinz 57. I do.
The trick, everybody raves about my hot dog chili. The trick, the secret ingredient.
Jared's hot dog chili is a myth. It's a myth. I've known this man for over a decade. I've never had it. It's a myth.
Already, we got to get you over here for some hot dogs.
I've been over to your house
for hot dogs.
I've seen you cook on your grill.
Yeah, but let me cook you some hot dogs.
Okay.
Some chili. The trick, a little bit of Heinz 57 mustard. A little bit of mustard.
I'll put that in my homemade chili too.
Love me some mustard. Like Heinz 57, I mean, you really can't go wrong with it. Any of their condiments, spot on. It's like You got Coke. You got Heinz 57.
Yeah, the mustard, their relish is good. Yeah, Heinz does condiments at a top notch quality level. So
yeah, love me some Heinz. My actual 57 already. Guy by the name, legend. Honestly, looking at this, I'm kind of surprised that he could make a case for. He could make a slight case for the Hall of Fame. Like people forget how good of a career that he had, and he's not very much talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because he only really had a 12-year MLB career. My number 57, Johan Santana.
Only a 12-year career. That's a legit career. That's an
yeah, but like when you're talking about like this time frame for athletes like in baseball, like you're talking like a lot of times 14, 15 years.
Right. I got you. But
right.
12 years is still a legitimate.
It's a legit career. And he missed a season in there. But started out with the Twins, then finished his career with the Mets. Only pitched till he was 33. But in that time, Artie, he was one of the best pitchers of that era.
Yeah.
And like I said, people don't really talk about him. 2-time Cy Young Award winner. He also was a 4-time All-Star, won the Gold Glove, 3-time ERA title, and then not to mention he won the Triple Crown, which is incredibly hard to do.
Right.
He never got the World Series. Never got the World Series. And I mean, really, like he that 2006 season was phenomenal. And the fact that like he never won like an MVP, that's tough. Real tough. Johan Santana, number 57.
Shout out Johan.
The MLB postseason has gotten underway. So I thought I would do. I almost went hockey, but we'll save that for next week when hockey starts up.
Yeah.
All right. Some quick notes around East Carolina athletics as my laptop freezes. All right. ECU soccer. They're 4-4-2, 2-1-0 in conference. They're 1-1-2 at home and 3-3 on the road. They had a 2-0 win over North Texas. The Pirates return home tonight to take on Florida Atlantic. The Pirates are home again next Thursday. Do we have an update on? I know Josh is having some audio problems. Do we have an update on that score?
Should be about over.
How that game ended up? Maybe Josh can put it in the chat. My internet is terrible right now.
The struggle is real. The struggle is real.
The struggle is real. ECU soccer. This is how you know, like they had a draw with Florida Atlantic 2-2.
2-2 tie.
All right. Moving on. Volleyball. 8-6. They got off to a hot start. They've kind of slowed down in conference play now. 0-3 in conference. They're 1-0 at home, 3-4 on the road, and 4-2 at neutral sites. They're on a 5-game slide since their lone home game this season. They return to the friendly confines of Minji's on Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah.
For a match against the Green Wave, Tulane, and their Dig Pink Women in Sports game. So get to the game Sunday. It's free admission. Get there, support these ladies, and wear pink. Anything else that you'd like to add before we get into ECU Army, Artie?
No, let's do it. Let's go ahead and get to the breakdown.
All right. When this game started already, I thought that we were going to see a 100-piece put up in Dowdy Ficklen Stadium.
Yeah.
And then it all just became one of the, I don't want to say ugliest, it just became a brawl at about midfield. Nobody could get it really past the 40.
Yeah.
And we just had a lot of going for it on 4th and short and maybe getting it or turning it over. It was really just kind of like I don't know. it was kind of an ugly game the rest of the way out.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I enjoyed it still. Don't get me wrong.
we won 28-6, right? But it was one of those games where you win by 20 plus points, and you're still like, we should have dropped 50 on this team. We should have dropped 50. This should have really been an explosive, because the way our offense came out, and you got to give Army credit. They went in, they made those second half adjustments. They really held us and bottled us up in the second half. I will say if there's two things, or if there's something that I'm taking away that really needs to get nipped in the bud, it's the red zone turnovers. The red zone turnovers are really becoming a thing. Caton Hauser kind of making some indecisive decisions in the red zone is becoming a thing. He's still our guy. He's still QB1. Ain't no doubts. But we've got to nip that in the bud, because we're leaving quality points on the board. And when we play better competition, that's going to lose us games, like we did against BYU, right? Like, that's going to lose you games when you drive the length of the field, you get within 20 yards of the end zone, and you fumble the ball or you throw an interception. And we've done that consistently now. So that has to not be a consistent thing. Outside of that, we were good on third down. First downs, we were really good. Time of possession, I think we were good. I mean, the yardage, time of possession, first downs, I mean, the box score shows that we dominated. We just weren't able to put more points on the board. Shout out to calling that special teams, the fake field goal. That was awesome. Love that. Because that was the only offense we got in the second half, was that fake field goal touchdown. But that put the game away. So shout out to that. And it was the perfect time to call that play, because obviously nobody's thinking you're going to do it in that moment, right then and there. So that was the perfect time to just call that play, put the game to bed. Defense, I mean, you spotted them 6 points. I don't have anything to say to the defense in terms of what they need to be better at, what they need to be good at. They've had one bad outing against BYU, and that's it. They played 5 games. They've had one bad outing. The defense is as advertised, if not better, than what I thought they were going to be this point in the season. But man, I would have loved to have seen us put up like 50-60 on Army. I really would have.
Yeah. I wanted to absolutely drag them through the mud.
Just drag Army. And don't get it twisted. We have so much love and respect for the service academies and our men and women that serve our country. But as much pain as Army and Navy have given us, I wanted to drag Army.
No, I agree. I wanted to absolutely beat the shit out of them. And in a lot of ways, on the defensive side of the ball, like you said, they really did that. Army, who they're going to run the ball, they couldn't really get anything going. They had a couple big plays, but like really that they had one big play,
right?
One explosive play, and that was it. And that explosive play didn't even like end up as a touchdown in that play. It was an explosive play that ended up leading to their touchdown. Then Army went for 2 and didn't convert. But to me, everybody was questioning this defense coming into the year. That was the big question mark.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Everybody was concerned about the defense.
How's the defense going to retool and show up? And man, they have showed up. And
they have already. They have still only they've allowed one touchdown to a non-P4 opponent, and that was the touchdown to Army. all season. You've had 3 games and you allowed 1 touchdown to a non-P4 opponent.
Yeah.
That'll play.
Now, granted, when we have played quality competition, our defense has buckled a little bit, right? And so we've got to be better when we're playing quality competition. But we're doing what we're supposed to do against inferior, lesser opponents or offenses that just don't match up with the kind of caliber defense that we have. But I do kind of want to see the next step of when we actually go play a Tulane or we go play a Memphis. Okay, how's his defense going to look?
Already, I mean, I get what you're saying, but this is also a team that they were playing, this Army team that took North Texas, probably the best offensive team in the conference.
That's true. To
overtime.
Double overtime. Yeah.
So we know that this Army team can score. So it's just a matter of, hey, like and to do that to Army on a short week.
It's very impressive. It's extremely impressive.
Yeah.
To hold Army to 6, because I didn't think we were going to hold it in 6. I honestly thought this was going to be more of like in the 20s, and we were going to win, but Army would put up points. So to hold them to 6, I was extremely impressed by that.
I mean, this Army team scored 38 against North Texas, 24 against Kansas State.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Kansas State, not a world beater, but
you're still talking about a P4 opponent.
You're talking about a team that beat UCF, who had absolutely demolished Carolina 2 weeks ago. Like, you start looking at these transitive properties, and I know we don't really talk about transitives, or we don't really it doesn't matter. But you start looking at okay, the teams that you've beat, they've beat some quality teams. I mean, Kansas State in Dublin to start the season could have beat Iowa State.
Team. Kansas State was a top 15 team start season.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's
look, the defense has. I'm not sliding the defense whatsoever. They have impressed me far and away. I just when it comes
they're top 15 defense in the country right now.
Boy, Memphis, I want to see us kind of clamp down against those teams that legitimately can win the conference. How does our defense show up against those teams? That's what I'm. That next step that I want to see, which I know they can deliver.
Yeah, I agree. I think they can. And when you look at the teams that are left on the schedule, you've got, I mean, the offenses are good, but what they do, they a lot of them try to run the ball quite a bit. And ECU has shown that they can stop the run.
Our rush defense is excellent. If you're going to beat ECU, you're going to have to beat us over the top. You're going to have some explosive plays. You're going to have to get that passing game going, because if you try to run the rock all night, we will shut that down.
Well, I mean, you may have a couple plays, but BYU, the way, I don't know what it was, that quarterback kind of threw us for a loop, but I think overall I think we match up just fine with Memphis. Memphis does not scare me one bit, and we need to go back and pull the clip where I said that game in November might have some conference championship implications on it. That could be a massive game. We got to get there,
yeah.
But you got to have that could be a massive game in Dowdy for senior night. But already, I mean, this is a team that if we could just, like you said, clean up the red zone turnovers.
Establish a little bit more of a run game too. Establish a little bit more. We got to have a little bit more of a rushing attack. We got to find some sort of identity in that running back room.
I'll say, I was really high on this running back room coming in, and I still am. you don't have. I think London Montgomery can be that explosive guy in the running back room. I really do. But I mean, watching Parker Jenkins run, that man is so aggressive. He runs so aggressively. Like, there were so many tackles that he broke. Yeah, he got 4 yards, 3-4 yards a rush, but he did it getting contacted at the line of scrimmage and picking up those yards after contact.
Right.
So I don't know, man. If we could figure out the run game and our red zone offense, this team can be scary, really scary.
Yeah. And I agree that I'm not afraid of anyone else in the conference that's left on our schedule. There is no one else to be fearful of. There's teams we can lose to for sure, but there's really no one to be fearful of.
I mean, ESPN's FPI metrics has ECU favored in every game except for Tulane and Memphis. And both of those are around 45% to 55% ECU the underdog.
Yeah.
I think you come out next week and have a shot at a good Tulane football team whose only loss is to a top 5 team in the country. Yes, you have 2 losses, but I don't know, man.
And I will say, I
feel it feels different this year. It just feels different.
I like the way Tulane lost that game too, though. Like, if Tulane was really competitive against Ole Miss and like Ole Miss had to like scrap it out, I'd have been like, I don't know about this one. But Tulane kind of got the ass whooped, so I kind of like the way they lost to Ole Miss. It gives me a little bit more optimism.
They took it to. I mean, they beat Duke 34-27.
Which I will say that is a quality win. Duke is kind of up and down, but I like Manny Diaz. They got a good coach.
But you look at some of their other games already. Like, outside of the game against Northwestern, they haven't really dominated. I mean, I guess you could look at the Tulsa game, but that's Tulsa, right? Like, Northwestern, they beat up pretty badly. But
Northwestern is Northwestern, though. I mean, Northwestern would be what? A bottom feeder American school this year?
they also just beat South Alabama by 2 the same weekend that ECU played, or the weekend before ECU played Coastal. Coastal then turned around and beat South Alabama. So, once again, transitive properties, they don't matter. But when you start looking at these things, there's a lot of reason to be confident going into that game.
You don't go into the Tulane game thinking, oh God, we're going to lose by 30. No, that's not going to happen.
Which in the past years, I would have definitely thought that. I don't know, man. That's going to be a good one.
One more thing I'll point out for this game that really impressed me, the penalties. Because the week before against BYU drove us up a wall.
Yeah.
We only have 2 penalties for 15 yards in this game. That's the kind of consistent trend that I want to see going forward.
Really, there weren't many penalties called all game. I mean, you had 5 total penalties in the game, and
it was a clean game.
It was. There was. It was just a line it up and bang heads. Artie, real quick, some other quick notes. Julian Davis, we talk about the defense, forced his second fumble of the season. That was recovered by Rashid Reason. Tegan Wilk led the team in tackles. I mean, I still think if you don't lose him in that BYU game, that game looks a little bit different.
Tegan was on some dog mentality, man. Love to see it.
that Tegan Wilk is he's just
He's just a footballer, man. He's just a footballer. Like, he's
hard-nosed, get the job done.
Right.
Like,
he's just a footballer. Like, that's just, he knows he's.
I may be a little undersized, but I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah, he's just a baller.
I love it. He had 4 solo tackles. Sam Danka was one of 4 players with 7 tackles and recorded the Pirates' only sack of the game for 7 yards. And then DJ Johnson Jr. got his first career start, set a new career high in tackles with 8, 2 solos, which included a tackle for loss. On the offensive side of the ball, Javante Connor, JC, caught 2 passes for 31 yards, including a 20-yard touchdown, second of his career. Keenan Hauser's 251 yards is his 10th 250-yard game at ECU. His 3 touchdown passes were a season best. He scored his 5th rushing touchdown for the Pirates. And then this is something that surprised me, Artie. Anthony Smith caught his first touchdown reception of the year last week.
Wow, I thought he had one.
I thought he had a couple.
Yeah, I definitely thought he had
one. They've been spreading the rock. And what a catch! Can we talk about that catch?
Yeah,
laying out like over the shoulder, laying out in the end zone. When that ball was thrown, I was like, "There's no shot he catches that."
What was you guys over under on Kaden Hauser's passing yards for the season?
I'd have to.
It was something crazy. It was like 5,000 yards or something like that.
He's still in the top 5 in the country.
Right, but he's still one of the FBS leaders in passing yards. And when you
5,000 yards is a lot. I don't think we went that high.
Did y'all go 5,000? I know y'all went at least 4.
I think 4 might be right.
I think I had them on for 3.
But you've also played like the toughest part of your schedule is through.
Yeah, you've seen your best competition.
Like, you've got 2 tough games the rest of the way, but you've seen the best. And you've played those teams outside of BYU playing Colorado now. You've played those teams really well. So yeah. And then Kyler Pearson, man, you alluded to it earlier. What an absolute ballsy call to go for the fake field goal. And honestly, Artie, I appreciate that call and that play design. The fact that you could sneak your kick returner in as holder, like you're the Army. You're supposed to pay attention to this stuff.
I was about to say, like, from the other sideline, when you look at film, like BYU looking at
how
film,
do you miss that guy?
Army looking at film, it's like, yo, we should have caught that. we that's not their standard holder. We should have caught that.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, trust me, these are the things that they look at in films. Like, who was responsible for checking that guy? All right, we gotta have a conversation.
Now, what I'll say is, I wasn't crazy. I love the play call, and I like that. Okay, we're gonna put this game to bed here. Like, we're gonna take any chance of a comeback out of it right here.
You need a spark. Like, you had to have some sort
of.
You had no offense going.
I'm not crazy about putting that play on film right there.
I mean,
it's an excellent play call.
Nobody
was expecting it.
Look, if that's the only trick in the bag, then you don't have a good bag of tricks. So I'm sure that's the only thing they've got.
Now, we just need to start getting like Mike Wright to be the holder. That makes sense.
Just give Mike Wright the ball and say, just go north and south. Just go.
Run, Forrest. Run, and don't stop running.
I didn't believe y'all. I saw that man run. I really did not believe y'all. That man is fast.
Oh. Josh, you got anything on ECU Army that you wanted to call out? No, he's shaking his head. All in all, wish we would have put up more points. I wanted to absolutely beat the dog piss out of them.
Yeah, I would have loved to see like at least a 50 piece. That would have been nice. But that's okay. I'll take 28-6. I'm not complaining.
I thought as I was driving out of Greenville, I was like, I'm so glad we won this game because this 3-hour drive would have been
brutal.
Crap
with a loss.
With a loss. With like the rain and oh man. And shout out to ECU. I mean, I guess that lightning stayed at least 8 miles out. It didn't look like it. Some awesome photos coming out of that game. But yeah, shout out to not having to delay that game at all.
Yeah.
All right. What's next? What's next on the docket? Are we doing this? Are we talked about this? What week did we talk about this? Was it week 2 or week 3? That we talked about the chips and dip. It was week 3. Was this at Coastal that we were talking about cheese?
Oh,
yes, yes, yes.
Guys, we're just gonna have it's bye week. We're just gonna have some guys being guys talk. So the question is, if you had to give up cheese or like dips, which would you give up? Artie, are you giving up cheese or are you giving up dips?
Well, obviously I'm giving up dips because most every dip has cheese in it, right? So you give up dips because you can still keep your cheese. Because I would rather have cheese than my dips, even though I love a good dip. I love a good spinach artichoke dip. I love some ranch dip. I love some French onion dip. Big dip guy. But I can't get rid of cheese. Absolutely not.
Big dip guy.
Absolutely not.
Josh.
But the thing is if you give up cheese, are you giving up dips that include cheese?
Yes.
If you give up dips, like queso literally is just cheese.
Right.
So like
if you're giving up cheese, you're basically giving up both in a
But see, that's the question.
Because for me, I'm not giving up. I don't want to give up dips because that means queso's out. Like,
but every other like cheese. If you give up cheese, like your best.
Like you can do ranch dip. You can do
dip is out.
Dip. You can do but what else can you do outside of that? Salsa dip. I guess salsa's a dip.
But like the question is yeah, if you give up cheese, can you still have queso? But if you give up dips, can you still have what is queso? Is it a dip or is it a cheese?
Is pimento cheese, like, right? It's a cheese ball. Like, is that cheese? Because to me,
I asked my source on this. I asked the person that asked me this question originally that started this. We honestly had too long of a conversation about this before the game at Coastal.
If it has another ingredient outside of cheese, it is a dip. It's not just cheese by itself. Just because you can melt it, it does not mean it's something.
But see, cheese ball to me, is that a dip?
No, but the thing is though, now you're getting into cream cheese. Like, so cream cheese is all cream cheeses are a dip.
I don't consider cream cheese to be like cheese though. Like, to me, that's more of a dip than a cheese.
It's a cheese. Cream cheese is a cheese.
I don't know. You gotta put milk and water and
strawberry.
How do you think milk is made, Artie?
Strawberry cream cheese is cheese. It is strawberry.
Cream
it's not a dip.
Is not a cheese. But like, so what is a dip? We've got to understand what is a dip.
A dip has multiple ingredients in it.
I would say a dip is a soup aided by bread.
Oh my gosh.
A dip is a soup that is aided by bread.
Josh,
All soups are aided by bread.
I can eat with a spoon, right? Like it's like a liquid form.
Spinach artichoke dip I can eat with a spoon. But it's aided by a chip.
Now, yeah, like a buffalo chicken dip.
Buffalo chicken dip is soup,
but it's also got a lot of cheese in it.
Stop it.
It's a cold soup.
That's so. Then we talk about what is a soup? Because
a cold soup. All right, and then now we're getting into a dangerous territory because we're gonna start talking about gazpacho. What the hell is gazpacho?
A dip is a dip. We got to differentiate.
Salsa is a cold soup. It's a cold tomato soup.
Gosh, stop it.
It is an underprocessed, right? Underprocessed cold tomato soup.
Now let me ask you this: if you give up dips, because I'm starting to kind of agree with Josh a little bit on this. If you give up dips, do you have to give up soup? Like for me, I dip my grilled cheese in my tomato soup. Is that a dip?
Do you have to give up sauce if you give up dips? Because I dip my tenders in sauce.
We're talking about not eating. So you can't consume.
You remember what I talked about Heinz 57 earlier?
That's what we're talking about now. You just can't consume shit.
Obviously not.
All you can eat is cheese at this point. Just cheese.
And it cannot be melted. At that point, it becomes dip.
Yeah, what point does God this question?
The next time I'm at the Mexican restaurant, I'm eating salsa and be like, I'm just dipping into my soup. It's not salsa. It's a cold soup.
It's free cold soup. It's free cold soup.
Oh my gosh.
What is wasabi? Is that a dip?
Wasabi is kind of on the same, in my opinion. It's kind of.
I feel like wasabi is its own category though, because you can't eat wasabi with anything outside of soup. What are you eating wasabi with that doesn't include sushi? Unless you're a madman. That's
I could tell you a couple things, but
well, yeah. I know where Jared is going, but. No, wasabi's by itself.
Wasabi is almost like it's not a spread, but like it's like a. I don't know. It's just like
you're not casually eating wasabi on some crackers, Jared. Like it's not happening.
Yeah, but I'm also not casually eating cream cheese like just by itself. I'm putting it on something.
You're more likely to eat cream cheese off a spoon than wasabi off a spoon.
No, not me.
No. What?
Nah.
What kind of lunatic are you, Artie, that you're just going in and getting your Philadelphia cream cheese and you're just taking a dollop out of it?
No, stop it. I didn't say you actually do this on a regular basis or you just do it in general. I said you're more likely to eat a spoonful of cream cheese than a spoonful of wasabi. If you choose a spoonful of wasabi, you're a madman. That's all I'm saying.
I still don't know where I lie. Like, this conversation has honestly confused me even more.
We're not even talking about dips anymore.
We're talking about wasabi. How the hell did we get to wasabi?
Hey.
I'm giving up dips. I'm not giving up cheese. That's my answer on that. Give me the cheese.
I'm giving up cheese so I can taste every dip that has cheese without cheese.
But see, you have to give up. You can't have those.
No, I said, yeah, I'm saying I would give up cheese, right? And then every dip that would have cheese, just have it without the cheese and see what it's like.
Yeah, but the cheese makes a lot of those dips.
Hey.
But Josh, realize how many dishes have cheese in it that you can't have. That
You can't have
cannot
pizza.
consume.
You can have pizza.
They do make pizza without.
I
Yeah,
call it skinless. I call it skinless pizza.
It's not even
that
good,
is
but you can
that is
technically eat pizza.
Skinless
you will,
pizza is
you
pretty
will
great.
not find me eating pizza without cheese.
It's not enjoyable, but you can technically do it.
It is enjoyable if you get the right sauce and the right amount of toppings.
No,
I need cheese.
I'm on the cheese train.
So you get rid of cheese too, Jared?
No, I'm keeping cheese.
Oh, okay. So I'm sure.
But like I can still have a buffalo chicken sandwich. I don't think I can eat buffalo chicken dip with no cheese. And that's like my favorite thing. You wanna be my best friend? Make me something with buffalo chicken or like buffalo chicken anything. You're my best friend. You want to invite us to a tailgate? Just have some buffalo chicken there. All right.
Buffalo chicken.
Are we good? Have we got it out of our system?
Yeah.
I honestly forgot we were going to do this.
Thanks to Josh, I would never look at salsa the same now. It's always going to be a soup to me now. Just going to look at
It's just tomato soup.
Where do you? All right, I mentioned it earlier. Where do y'all land on gazpacho? Like, how are we feeling about gazpacho?
I've never had it to be able to have an
I was about to say,
educated
I don't even know
opinion.
if I've had gazpacho. to be honest.
I've had it one time, and I swore to never have it again.
Yeah.
You might as well drink V8 juice.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. I don't like V8, so I'm a pass.
It's like a Bloody Mary without the alcohol.
Mm.
Bloody
Yeah.
Mary is nothing without alcohol. Disgusting. So
Yeah, I just give me the liquor. I don't need a salad. Honestly, yeah, like cheese makes vegetables even better. It's not good as good for you, but makes them a little more palatable. I'm sticking with cheese.
yeah.
All right. Now that everybody's tuned out, what are we talking about? What's next?
Gambling corner. That's all we got left.
Let's do it.
All right. This week we got a slate of games that have wild numbers, if you ask me. So I am very excited to talk about them. First game on our list, we've got Tulsa going on the road, barely down the street across Arkansas to match up with Memphis. Now, Tulsa's plus 850 outright, plus 20.5 in a conference game. Yes, you see that it correctly. Memphis is minus 1450 at home and a 20.5 point favorite with a 55.5 point over under.
What?
This is the most disrespectful lineup you've seen.
20.5.
20.5.
I know Oklahoma State's not any good, but like 20.5. Like,
And I was watching that FAU Memphis game. That score was not reflective of that game at all.
Yeah. Not reflective.
With about 12 minutes left, I was thinking Florida Atlantic might win this game. I don't know. Then again, we talk about Tulsa having beat Oklahoma State. Well, then they went out last week and got rocked by Tulane.
Right.
Which I feel is on par with Memphis. I will say, I'll go first. I'll take Memphis to win. I'm going to take Tulsa to cover, and I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I think I concur. I don't have any arguments for that. Take the over. I see Memphis winning by double digits. They're just not winning by more than 20. So to cover, but yeah, give me Memphis to win.
See, I'm gonna have to agree with Memphis winning, and agree with Tulsa covering the spread. But I'm actually going to take the under. I don't know if Tulsa's defense will allow what FAU's defense allowed. And so I think the under is going to hit, and part of that's going to be the spread not being all the way at 20.5 points. So not quite a lock there. The next game is right down the street. Clemson is going to be visiting the uncle of all public universities.
It's a battle of the suck.
It's the narrative bowl, as I've heard. Clemson is minus 575 outright, 14.5 point road favorite. UNC plus 425 outright, and the over under is a measly 46.5 points. I'll go ahead and take this one first. Clemson will win. Clemson will cover. And the over will still not hit. So the under is what I'm taking there.
Yeah, Clemson is due for a get-right game. And I think they're going to dog walk UNC in this game and somewhat get back right. So, yeah, Clemson to win, Clemson to cover. I'm actually going to take the over. I can see it being the under because the UNC's offense is just so abysmal. they're just trash. But I think Clemson's going to score a lot of points. So I'm going to take the over.
I'm going to take Clemson to win. Clemson to cover. That over-under is tough.
It is tough.
Yeah.
Because you're banking on Carolina 20 points. Clemson's going to score. But Carolina, what the hell are they going to do? So,
I see this as like a 38-3.
It could very well.
It could be that. It could very well be that, but I could also see I don't know that Carolina's scoring more than 14.
I'm banking on Carolina with some garbage points here.
That's the 3.
I'm taking the under.
Oh, you're going to take the under with me? Huh? Look at that.
Yeah, I'm taking the under.
All right. Next game is in the great state of Kentucky, Virginia, the current slayers of the mountaintop, plus 195 outright, plus 6.5 on the road at Louisville, who is currently undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Will Virginia take down another ACC power? Minus 238.
All I'm going to say before we get into this, I've talked a lot about transitive wins in this episode. ECU has 2 transitive covers against Virginia. Just going to throw that out there. All right. I'll go first. I'm gonna take Louisville to win. Louisville. I'm gonna take them to cover. Actually, jeez, that's tough. Louisville to win, Virginia to cover. I'm gonna take the under.
Louisville has kind of dominated in all of their games so far, except for that Pittsburgh game last week. But again, they played Eastern Kentucky, James Madison, Bowling Green, and then last week Pittsburgh. They're 4-0, but it's like one of those things like who you actually play. You're playing a real team this week in Virginia. And I think Virginia is pretty good. I think legit. And I like their coach. Their coach is really, really good. I think the good times keep rolling. I'm going with Virginia. Obviously, they cover. And give me the under. 61.5, give me the under in this.
I've got to go Louisville to win, and Virginia to cover. I think Virginia does keep it pretty close, but I think this is one of those games where it's right at the over/under mark, and I'm gonna have to go under. And the last game on our list is our national game of the week. If you ask anybody in the ACC, at least, number 3 Miami minus 198 on the road, 4.5-point favorite at number 18 Florida State plus 164. The over/under is 53.5. Is Florida State really a top team this year? That's the question.
Yeah, I think Florida State is getting a bounce back because obviously I think last year was an anomaly. They were never that bad, but I don't think Florida State is any type of a contender this year. 9-10 wins is good for them. And I think Miami's legit. I could be wrong on that, but they feel different. Miami just feels different. So give me Miami. Give me Miami to cover. And I'm going to take the over because I do think Florida State is going to put up some points. I think it's going to be close throughout, but I think Miami ends up finding a way to cover that.
I've got to go Miami losing. Florida State, home team.
Wow.
Who have you beat lately? Gus Malzahn gets to call a magnificent game for this offense. And the under.
You got to be pissed off. If I'm a Florida State fan, if we could beat Miami, but we couldn't beat Virginia, I'm pissed. I'm going to be a pissed off Florida State fan.
Hey, it's at home. The war chant will be going on.
It's one of those things that once again proves that really in college football as a whole, yes, you have your dominant teams. I don't know that. I mean, I'd like Miami to come out of the ACC this year.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Florida State winning this game. If they won this game, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Right, and they are playing at Tallahassee, so.
And that's the number one thing that is in the back of my mind is they do play in Tallahassee. I am also taking Florida State here. I think it's a shot for them to get back into it. The ACC is always wild as conference play starts. And I feel like the ACC in the power conferences, it's typically the most crapshoot conference of them all, because Miami, Clemson, Florida State are always known to drop a game here and there throughout the year, whether it's Clemson losing to NC State or Miami losing to Georgia Tech, right? Or Florida State losing to Virginia. I mean, it's something that happens. Miami going on the road at Florida State. I like Florida State to win this game. I mean, with that money, I think it's worth taking it. Plus, I'm seeing plus 152. And then I'm going to. I feel like I'm going to take the over. So, there we go. Is that the last game we had?
That's the last game we got.
We're not talking about the Super Bowl going on in Denton, Texas tomorrow night?
No.
What's going on in Denton tomorrow?
Come on, Hardy. You don't know about the Eagle? The eagle in the desert. Have you seen that meme? Not yet. Walk the plank.
Boston Red Sox losing this game. Walk the plank, Boston.
They don't have as good as of a roster as the Yankees.
And it's okay. We're kind of young right now.
Yeah.
I thought you were a Rockies fan.
No, I am. But I'm a Boston everything fan. Like I'm Boston everything.
Wait,
but then like that's like childhood fandom. I'm an adult now.
You're a Boston everything fan?
Yeah. Well, I grew up a Boston everything fan. Yeah.
Like
Patriots, Revolution, Bruins, the whole Red Sox, the whole thing.
I've lost about 50% of the respect that I had for you in the last 30 seconds.
Like I said, I don't rep it these days nearly as hard, right?
Give me your teams now. What are your teams?
I don't really. That's the thing. I don't really have teams. Like I follow trends of sport that I enjoy. I ride the train. I get off. I'm not a bandwagon, right? I'm not like a Chiefs. I'm not a Chiefs guy, right? I'm like a Houston guy right now. I'm like, okay, Houston's doing some cool stuff. Washington's doing some cool stuff, right?
Josh, just because they're not winning championships doesn't mean you're not a bandwagon.
So, okay, then I'm a Rockies bandwagon, even though
they're the worst team in the league.
We gave up.
Said, ride the train, get off.
Josh, I got news for you. It's time to get off that train.
No, the Rockies train will forever ride. The Rockies train will forever ride. They have the best home run scene in all of baseball.
I'm with you on that. I'm a White Sox fan. Deplorable. and I'm gonna stick with my Southside Bombers to the day I die. So.
See, but look, see, as a kid though, right? I just liked to see people win. I didn't really understand sports the way that I do now. Now it's like I just pick the team that I like to watch. But like at the end of the day,
World Series was elite.
Right. But like at the end of the day, like if Boston's in the World Series, I need Boston to win that. If the Celtics are in the finals, I need the Celtics to win that.
No,
right?
I'm full on Blue Jays World Series this year.
Well, now, yeah, because Boston's not going to be there. So Blue Jays, please do.
Yeah, I
am. That's the kind of fan I'm
fully on the Blue Jays bandwagon.
Towards that, you're like, okay, if they get there, I want to see them win. Yes,
right.
I understand that. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just watching sports for sport.
That's kind of how I like. Yes, I'm a Falcons fan, but like, I'm watching. If there's a better game on, a lot of times I'll flip it. Like, I feel like that's just how the NFL is. Like, you have some diehards that are gonna watch every single snap. I don't get to watch many games for the Falcons just because I'm not paying for Sunday ticket because I'm not a madman.
Right.
That could just pay that kind of money.
$300.
Like, that's insane. Like, might as well just like, if you're gonna spend that much, you might as well just like go to a game.
Exactly. Or I mean, your local bar. He's always gonna have it. Just get some food, get a beer, and go watch your team at your local bar.
You're probably gonna spend less on 4 Bud Lights and a buffalo chicken dip. Not you, Josh, because you gave up cheese.
Hey, vegan buffalo chicken dip.
Oh, stop!
Shut up, Josh. You can walk the damn plank.
Vegan buffalo chicken dip. Give it to me.
I had one. I know I had one. Oh well. It'll come to me after we record. I do want to say, like, we didn't already. Real quick, I wanted to just call out that I didn't bring it up last week, and I thought about it when we were back at the game on the field Thursday. The fact that Josh took us, he was like, hey, let's go talk to Harold Varner.
Yeah.
And we walked up there, And it was not Harold. Like, I'll give him credit. The guy was rocking an HV3 hat on the field.
And had the polo and the whole he was dressed like HV3 would dress.
He was HV3. He was the dollar store version of HV3.
We don't know who he is, though. So we
I don't know who this guy is. This guy could be
HV3's
HV3's brother.
Exactly. Like you can't just call him Dollar Tree version.
He could be a very successful young man, more successful than all of us combined. We don't know this person like that.
But the fact that Josh, and I just looked at Josh and I said, if it were me, I would be labeled.
Yeah. You would have got a
since it wasn't me.
Sure, Jerry. You'd be like, Jared, seriously?
Jared, that deserves a neck.
That's a neck. That's an oops upside your head.
I just wanted to, that was one of the funniest, because Josh is like, hey, I got HV3 over here. Let's go talk to him. And Artie and I are like, yeah, let's go talk. Like, we're trying to get HV3 on the pod. It was not. We got up there and I was like, Josh, that's not HV3, dude.
I never saw the face. And then
you saw HV3 pass by.
About 45 seconds later, I texted Josh a picture of Harold Varner and said, I found him. Oh,
love it.
I'm trying. I feel like I had it. I feel like I had one. It don't matter. College game day going to Alabama, Vanderbilt this weekend is bullshit, though. It should be at Florida State, Miami. Just going to say that.
I feel like those games are kind of similar.
No, what? No shit.
Florida State kind of losses. I mean, Florida State, take care of your business against Virginia, man. And then game day be done there. Take care of your business. Win games. Take care of your business. Vanderbilt's undefeated. Going into Tuscaloosa. Kind of feels the same to me, honestly. I don't.
Oh, I know what it was going to be. The AP poll still is bullshit.
Yeah. But we know
South Florida. You can make a case for South Florida, Tulane, maybe Memphis, to all be ranked, and North Texas to be receiving votes. They're all receiving votes, but you can make a case for at least 2 of the 4 of them to be ranked right now. Just gonna say
recognition, we know what it is.
Like when you look at the numbers and look, South Florida, yeah, they lost to Miami, who's a top 5 team in the country, but then you have, Indiana that, like, and what was it? Indiana beat Illinois, or was it that? Do I have those flipped?
Indiana beat the hell out of Illinois.
Yeah, but then Illinois stays in the top 25. Hell, Notre Dame has 2 losses and they're in the top 25. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's bullshit. All right. Y'all good? Artie, do you have a walk the plank? Anything pissing you off? Nothing pissing you off? All right.
No.
All right. Well, Pirate Nation, until next time. But before we let you go, make sure you go to rowback.com. Get you some rowback. I'm rocking my rowback tonight. I meant to mention at the top of the show. 20% off your first order. Use promo code Boneyard20. Boneyard20. Promo code 20% off. Follow us on social media at Boneyard Podcast, at The Boneyard Podcast on TikTok. Subscribe wherever you listen to the podcast. Subscribe. Leave us a 5-star review. Artie, if they don't, tell them what to do.
Walk the damn plank.
And then, subscribe on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. And if you don't, you can walk the damn plank. I ain't got nothing else. Artie, Josh, let's get on up out of here.
Hey, Pearl Nation, as always, it was a pleasure. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Game week next week. So tune back in for another episode next week. But as always, wash your hands, wash your butts. We'll see y'all later. Deuce.
Go damn Pirates.